Hello again, everybody. This is Marvelous Mark with your ROH review for March 10th, 2012. Once again, coming from the Dew Burns Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. What's going on here this evening is Jim Cornette talks about there's going to be a Blind Destiny challenge. There's going to be 3 matches to determine who's going to go against Roderick Strong, Eddie Edwards, and Davey Richards on the March 31st show. And the whole point of this is it's one of these guys that's in these final 6 competitors. They might be going for the ROH World Title, but they don't know who's actually going to be the champion. The 3 matches are going to be Kenny King against Jay Lethal. That's 1. There's going to be Adam Cole against wrestling's worst nightmare, Kevin Steen. And there's going to be and the 3rd match is Kyle O'Reilly against the unbreakable Michael Elgen. Okay, the first match of the evening was Jay Lethal against Kenny King. He had Rhett Titus at ringside with him. And the winner of this match is to take on Roderick Strong at the March 31st show. And the match itself was alright. The only... Jay Lethal won the match after reversing a roll-up. But the only problem I have with this match is why wasn't Tommaso Ciampa in this match? I mean, you could have maybe perhaps had him in there except for in Jay Lethal's place, but then against Kenny King, but then again you would have 2 heels going against each other, so I guess you can't really do that. But maybe you could have put Lethal or Ciampa in the match against Jay Lethal, and then maybe have Ciampa go over so you can say he's got a non-title win against the ROH TV champion, so which will legitimize him even further after what happened at their 10th anniversary show where they fought to a draw. But Jay Lethal wins. He will take on Roderick Strong at the March 31st show. Okay, the next match then was Adam Cole against wrestling's worst nightmare, Kevin Steen. You have promos from both wrestlers. Adam Cole talking about how he could take on Eddie Edwards, perhaps that could be a world title match for him after he defeated the current ROH champion Davey Richards in that tag team match at the 10th anniversary show on last Sunday night. Then Steen talks about how he wants to hold ROH hostage and fuck with Jim Cornette's mind, basically. But anyway, this wasn't a bad match either. I mean, Steen won and like he should have, so he will take on Eddie Edwards at the March 31st show. He at the end of the match he did go for the package pile driver on Adam Cole, and then Eddie Edwards comes out and kicks Steen in the head and gets him out of the ring. But the funny thing about this was that Edwards heard more than a few boos in this segment for doing that. It's like, I mean, are we getting kind of a Edwards backlash here, or are they kind of turning against him? You know? But Steen's going to fight Edwards at the March 31st show, but that's all I got to say about that one. And then you got Hermie talking about the Inside ROH segment. He's talking about Showdown in the Sun. They're promoting this like they should be now. Now they're past the 10th anniversary show and all that. Now, I love how he says, anywhere in the world with internet access, you can watch this for $19.95 or $19.99, however much it is. I don't really give a shit. I'm not going to order it. But anyway, they have promos promoting the main event at the March 30th show with Roderick Strong and Eddie Edwards. They talking about the match itself. I don't really know why they're calling this a triple threat when actually it's a 3-way dance, because kind of like the old ECW where you had the 3 guys and you had to beat both of them. But so I don't know why they're calling this a triple threat match. But anyway, then he talks about the Lance Storm and Mike Bennett match, which is coming up also. Yeah, you have a promo from Bennett, and Bennett and Maria looked like they talked about what they were going to wear today, because they're both wearing lime green. He's talking about how he must be a fan. He must be big with the old folks, 'cause with Lance Storm and how he's gonna still get the old man discount, or the whatever discount he called it. But anyway, and then they talked about the Briscoes and wrestling's greatest tag team match, and it's like, and Vince McMahon, if you want to see how a tag team feud is done nowadays, just watch what they do with the Briscoes and the wrestling's greatest tag team. I mean, I don't know, like I talked about in the SmackDown review this week with the Schleg Daddy. It's like, it's not that hard to build up a tag team feud, but and you had a little promo from the Briscoes talking about the match, but that's just what it is. And then you had the main event with Kyle O'Reilly and the Unbreakable Michael Elgin with Truth Martini. And Davey Richards sat in on commentary with Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. And there's times in the match, Richards almost looked like he sounded like he's legit pissed because they had to censor him about 3 or 4 times. But then, of course, you had promos from both O'Reilly and Truth Martini talking for Elgin, because Elgin's more like the strong silent type, I guess you could say. And that considering he's the strongest man in ROH, probably by far. But anyway, I think Elgin might be the king of the no-sell in this company. He might be the king of no-sell in wrestling, period, because about every kick that O'Reilly did, it's almost like it didn't faze him. It's like he's almost impervious to pain, you know. But Roderick Strong did come in and try to interfere some, and then finally the end of the match came where Elgin hit the buckle bomb, and then he did that spinning Batista bomb, or whatever you call that. So he gets the victory, and he will be taking Davey Richards on at the March 31st show. Okay, my final thoughts on this show. I like the concept of this this Blind Destiny challenge where you put 6 guys in here, and then the winners take on the 3 guys on the main event on the Friday night show. Only like I said, the only problem I have with this is, why wasn't Tommaso Ciampa in this? I mean, they could have put him against Lethal and maybe have him go over where he has where he can say he has a victory against him, that would lead him to be a big threat to Jay Lethal's ROH World Title, tag team, or World Television Title. I mean, sorry about that. And I think Michael Elgin could be a big player for ROH. I mean, I would say get rid of Truth Martini, but I guess he kind of needs him. He's not, just like most of the people in ROH, he's not a great talker. That's probably why he has the manager. But he's a freaking beast for somebody that's only 245. And then, personally, I think Kevin Steen ought to be going against Davey Richards, because I think Davey Richards will end up winning this match on the Friday show. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just what I'm thinking. I would much rather see Kevin Steen be the ROH World Champion than Davey Richards, because Davey Richards is boring as hell. And personally, I think, along with the Briscoe brothers, I think Kevin Steen is carrying ROH right now, because, I mean, let's face it, folks, there's not that many good reasons to watch ROH, because most of the people are all the same. Most of the guys in the company they're short, and they're mainly under 210 pounds, and they can't talk worth a shit. But anyway, give me your thoughts on what you thought about the show, and if you haven't subscribed up above, please do so. I'm Marvelous Mark, signing off for now. Bye bye.